Trayce, it seemed like you guys had at least a dozen or so shots that I counted just right at the rim, just didn't go. Were you offensively getting looks and sets that you wanted and just weren't finishing, or what was the deal there?
Yeah, I think that we had a few runs in the game, but every time we got close, they'd pull away. It was really just defensively. I think it was more of our defense that we gave up 80 points at home. That's something that can't happen. So we just got to go back to work, honestly, tomorrow and then get ready for Penn State, which is our next game. So.
Trayce, how do you explain some of the binds they put you in defensively too? With sometimes you have to double Dickinson. It seemed like they rotated 3-point line and knocked down their shots. Or were the rotations late? Or what were some of the factors that were going into?
Yeah. So defensively, when we were doubling him, we were supposed to wait on his crab when he started to dribble the ball, and we weren't doing that. He was holding the ball, and so it was easy for him to look over and watch and see who's coming instead of when he was posting up and trying to dribble. So that's on us, and we made that mistake, and he made us pay for it.
Hey Trayce, they started the game 11-4, and then second half they started 12-6 run. The starts of both halves were obviously an issue. Was there any letdown from the emotion of the Purdue win, or kind of what happened at the start of both halves?
It's honestly on us. That falls on us. It's our home court and the starting five, and we need to regroup and we need to figure that out because it's unacceptable, honestly, to come out with no motion and no drive. And like when we were at the Purdue game, that second unit really helped us and got us going with Trey and all of them blowing up ball screens and stuff like that on defense. And when our starting five is our starting five for a reason, so we got to figure that out.
I just wanted to go back to some of the issues with rotations. Obviously, you mentioned what happened when it got in the middle, but it seemed like that was a trend that kind of went beyond that in terms of guys getting open looks. And just what else happened that you think got?
Yeah, so obviously with Hunter shooting the ball like that, and then our guards getting drilled on screens, we were supposed to switch or veer if they can guide on the ball screen. So basically I take the guy and then our guard stays up, but they kept thinking that he was rolling, but he was popping. So he was getting wide open shots at the top of the key. So it's just something that we're gonna have to watch him film and then go back over. And then obviously in the double team, like I explained how he's crabbing, he didn't crab. So he was just turning and looking and seeing the whole floor, and he's watching that double come. So he's just passing to the guy that's doubling.
Michigan's 3-point success, was that more perimeter defense, or was that just them knocking down shots?
I think it's a little bit of both. Obviously, they came in here scrawling, scratching for a win, and they needed this one bad, and they honestly played harder than us, and we didn't defend the line well at all, and that's something that we usually hang our hats on. So it's something that we're going to have to watch and film, and we're obviously get better at it for Penn State.
Okay.